Hey, Washington Commanders fans, get ready for an analysis that's going to get you excited because you're about to discover which wide receiver trade could leave Jayden Daniels extremely happy, reuniting him with his favorite college receiver who dominated the NCAA, but that's not all. Let's dive into how the top target for the Commanders in the free agency market could be available at a fair price. A complete linebacker who could address multiple deficiencies at once. And there's more. You'll understand the rumors about a logo change for the Commanders after the reveal of the new $3.7 billion stadium that looks like a modern coliseum. Stay tuned until the end, because every detail is crucial for the future of the Commanders. The Washington Commanders need to strengthen the wide receiver position at some point during the offseason, and this is an urgent need. As a fan who tracks every move, I know we need help on offense. Deebo Samuel is a free agent, and the team needs another receiver to pair with Terry McLaurin in the starting lineup. That's why Bleacher Report columnist Alex Ballentine believes the team could be a potential destination for Jacksonville Jaguars receiver Brian Thomas Jr. They should also call the Jacksonville Jaguars to ensure they have plans to utilize Brian Thomas Jr. next season. The second-year receiver saw a significant drop in production after a stellar rookie season, Ballentine wrote. He had a great connection with Jayden Daniels when they were teammates at LSU, and that could be crucial. Uniting quarterbacks with their former college targets has worked well for teams recently, and we've seen it happen numerous times. The Commanders should be willing to pay whatever it takes to reunite Thomas with Daniels if the Jaguars are considering trading him, Ballentine continued. Commanders linked to Jaguars wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. is a real possibility that excites me. If Thomas is available, the Commanders should not miss the opportunity at any cost. Getting Jayden Daniels, his favorite receiver from LSU, could bolster the Commanders' offense in his first year under new offensive coordinator David Blau. The real question is whether the Jaguars would be willing to trade Thomas, considering his potential. After recording 87 receptions for 1,282 yards and 10 touchdowns in his rookie season, Thomas made only 48 receptions for 707 yards and 2 touchdowns this season. He missed just 3 games during the season, so these numbers are not due to injuries, but rather other circumstances. As a fan, I see this as a buy low opportunity. The Jaguars selected Travis Hunter with the second overall pick in last year's draft and acquired Jakobi Meyers from the Las Vegas Raiders during the season. Therefore, the Jaguars might be overloaded at the position, and trading Thomas would help alleviate that roster situation. It's a scenario that could benefit both parties if negotiated correctly. And now, get ready to discover an incredible opportunity. You'll understand how the top target for the Commanders in the free agency market could be available. A complete linebacker who could address multiple deficiencies at once and transform our defense. The Washington Commanders have a lot of work ahead this offseason now that most of the coaching staff changes have been successfully completed. The roster needs significant reinforcements with 33 players' contracts expiring and several positions needing urgent upgrades. General Manager Adam Peters needs to be aggressive this offseason, and the NFL should implement yet another considerable increase in the salary cap. The Commanders need to retain certain players on the team, even if it means bringing in new talent to fill gaps. One of the top targets this offseason may be available, according to recent information. Linebacker Devin Lloyd is expected to become a free agent this offseason, and that is fantastic news. The Commanders are expected to have the 5th largest salary cap space in the NFL this offseason, especially after some roster moves. They need to make 1 or 2 big bets to sign one of the best available free agents. One of the top options is linebacker Devin Lloyd from the Jacksonville Jaguars, who is expected to hit the market. Michael DiRocco from ESPN stated in an article that Lloyd has likely become financially unreachable for the Jaguars, which is great news. Linebacker Devin Lloyd is also a free agent, DiRocco says, but the estimated franchise tag at $27.5 million is too high, and he will demand a high contract as a free agent, so the Jaguars are likely to move on from him. The Commanders need to be aggressive and recruit Devin Lloyd at all costs. It's no secret that the Commanders' defense needs a lot of help, and hopefully, new defensive coordinator Durante Jones will be able to make an immediate impact. However, he will need more talented players, and Lloyd fits perfectly in Jones' defense. Lloyd is a complete defender, being one of the best coverage linebackers in the NFL, with 5 interceptions on the season. He also received the 3rd best coverage grade from PFF, demonstrating his excellence. Lloyd is also excellent against the run, and is actually a more effective blitzer than one might think, with 25 pressures. Jones needs a linebacker like Lloyd in his defense, someone who can do everything at a high level without weaknesses. The players around Lloyd would also improve, as he does not have any weaknesses in his game, unlike other linebackers in Washington. Lloyd just turned 27 and is in the prime of his career. Spotrac currently estimates his market value at a 3-year, $60.4 million contract, and he would be worth every penny invested. The Commanders do not have a single dominant player on defense, and Lloyd would address multiple deficiencies at once, becoming the centerpiece. And now, to close with a surprising revelation. You'll discover the rumors about the Commanders' logo change after the unveiling of the new $3.7 billion stadium that looks like a modern coliseum, and how this could finally give a clear identity to our franchise. The identity of the Washington Commanders has been a topic of debate for a long time among passionate fans. Fans remember the original name of the franchise, Redskins, followed by years of controversy and discussions before the team temporarily changed to Washington Football Team. Eventually, the organization adopted the name Commanders, but this still left many wondering what the franchise really wanted to be. Bridging the future with the past is now the mission of the franchise. Now that the team is preparing to return to the district and reconnect with its historical roots, the Commanders may be shaping a clearer vision for the future. This vision is starting to take shape not only on the field, but also through the franchise's long-term plans. Washington plans to build a new $3.7 billion stadium on the former site of RFK Stadium, and as a fan, I'm excited. The proposed stadium will have a capacity of approximately 70,000 fans and is expected to open in 2030. The structure will feature a transparent dome that will allow natural light in. The initial concepts suggest a neoclassical style with Greco-Roman influences, an aesthetic that harmonizes with Washington's historical architecture. The design has generated comparisons to a modern Colosseum, which is fascinating. If the Commanders fully embrace this theme, it could provide the much-anticipated cohesion to the brand. This could potentially reintroduce imagery like spears and shields into our visual identity. This symbolism isn't entirely new to the franchise, as Washington used a logo featuring a spear during the 1960s. Fans are reacting to the new direction in different passionate ways. Naturally, supporters are divided on what this direction might mean for the franchise's future. Some have embraced the idea of the team finally establishing a strong and consistent visual identity. One fan wrote, "Washington is finding its brand. After the Redskins changed their name, I felt the management opted for something neutral." Another added, "It would be the most beautiful stadium in the league by far, and we would finally be proud of our home." Others, however, remain hesitant about the new brand ideas. One fan argued that the iconography seems less Greco-Roman and more reminiscent of Native American symbolism, which sparks debate. As the Commanders head in a new direction, the issue isn't just about wins and losses. It's about whether the franchise can finally align its identity with its future and create something that all fans can proudly embrace. So, fan, after discovering that Brian Thomas Jr. may be traded by the Jaguars to reunite with Jaden Daniels from LSU, understanding that Devin Lloyd may be available for $60.4 million to address our defensive shortcomings, and seeing the $3.7 billion Coliseum-themed stadium plans that could bring back the Spear logo, which of these moves excites you the most? Do you believe we should invest heavily in Lloyd even with that high price tag? Or would it be smarter to use that money for multiple positions and make the trade for Thomas Jr., who has proven chemistry with Daniels? And more importantly, would you approve the logo change to embrace the Greco-Roman theme of the new stadium? Or do you prefer to maintain our current identity, even if it still seems incomplete and lacking a defined personality? Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think about the future of the Washington Commanders.